初我哋學嘅時候都唔了解，就係以為呢啲係日本刀，因為嗰啲刀仔咧就好似日本嗰啲武士刀有啲相似，其實就唔係嘅。即係70、80年代嗰時啊，嗰陣時冇啲銅刀俾你喺淘寶買啊，求其揾到支日本刀算好㗎啦。福建雙手刀咧就我住我師傅嘅，據講咧最早喺銅刀就傳咗去朝鮮，咁咪傳咗日本。喺明朝嘅時候咧，喺戚繼光倪大又同阿倭寇作戰嘅時候，就成日受到倭寇嗰啲日本式嘅刀斬傷啊、錐啊、成啊嗰啲咧就唔夠佢倭寇嗰啲刀法好，咁咧就捉咗倭寇啲俘虜嚟問佢啲嘢，叫佢講埋啲技術，查根問底。
This manuscript was an original text of the Japanese, acquired on the battlefield in the Shinyo year.
就發覺嗰啲都喺唐朝嘅銅刀改變嘅。
This weapon appeared after the Japanese pirates invaded China. They advanced while leaping, their blades flashing, shattering our soldiers' morale. The pirates were skilled jumpers, covering great distance in one step. Their swords were long, giving them great reach. Our troops, armed with shorter weapons, could not engage effectively and were often cut down. If used alone, this sword offers no defense. Bird gun troops can fire at long range, but once the enemy closes in, they have no weapon for close combat. Giving them other weapons is impractical, the guns are heavy and require much ammunition. This sword is light and long, and can be used together with firearms for close range defense. With shock troops at the front, long swords were therefore issued.
慢慢咧就流傳喺軍隊兵士作戰用嘅，到明朝之後一路就流出嚟民間，到清朝一路流傳到家下。雙手刀咧就比較直，就比較輕身啲，所以我哋咧就有句話叫做輕刀快馬，就唔會硬碰，嗰度利用身形步伐